Back to another Age of Arabia, featuring a player who I have never cast before. Over here in the 5 o'clock position, we do have HiveTG playing as the beginner-friendly Franks up against, over here in the 11 o'clock position, the blue Jaaroom playing as the, I would say, non-beginner-friendly Turks, who some of you may not know is actually a gunpowder civilization. I think it's a very, very atypical Arabia Sib, and of course with these games, I never really know if the players are playing as random races or not. So it's just not a very typical choice, because I think the Turks, they kind of get their really cool tech in and kind of make the most of tech that they have once they get up to Imperial Age. And Arabia, as we all know, is kind of a very fast, very aggressive map, some might say. So maybe not the best race, and Turks, not Turks, but the Franks, on the other hand, very beginner friendly. And believe me when I say, HiveTG is an absolute beginner in more things than just Age of Empires. I happen to know them as a person. Some people would say that they're a beginner gamer. Not my words, but it's something that has been said of Hive before. But I digress. This game is being played around the, look at this, 600 elo, high 500 elo range. And a lot of really, really competent stuff coming in here for both players, like both pulling in the boar, getting the early wood, getting the minimum required buildings, the mill over here. So, well, a little bit of idle time here from, a lot of bit of idle time here from red. So maybe the 500 low elo range actually is appropriate for these players. What am I expecting here from blue as playing the Turks? I actually don't know their civ tech for feudal, which I believe is like not super aggressive. So what do you do? Like, do you wall up and kind of go to castle and get your tech out for your gunpowder units early? I believe that Turks, if I'm not mistaken, can build some gunpowder units in Castle Age, so maybe we're seeing a quick castle. As unfortunately, we do see that red is pop blocked over here. Got to get that emergency house in. Alert. Hate to see it. As blue, I believe at this point might be in a good position to scout out red's map to see what's going on. If I can just click on the scout, and oh, I already have blue selected here, so let's see what they can see on the map. Not much. I think blue might be playing on auto scout at this point, which is like a really, really easy thing to manage. You won't have to like do too much. It's really, really good for beginners. I'm not saying this is a beginner match. I'm just saying that auto scout, it makes the decision making a lot easier for certain players, right? Red, who is going to be first up to feudal, I'm kind of expecting a very typical either fast castle Franks play or just scouts. I mean, you stay on scouts. It's easy to manage. Nothing difficult about it. As blue goes up to feudal, and they're going to get... Okay, so I think that fast castle might be coming in here from blue, who I don't think push any deer. We usually don't see deer pushing inside of these elo ranges. And they're going to have the 2 required buildings in a second to get up to castle if they wanted. So, but it looks like a stable, which is kind of very atypical. For, okay, no fast castle coming in, since we have wheelbarrow, which costs a lot of food coming in here for blue. Maybe a scout rush coming in, which is an interesting choice because wheelbarrow and a scout rush are kind of like diametrically opposed to each other. I mean, you spend a lot of food on doing a scout rush, so... Interesting strategy, but like I said, we are in the lower elo ranges, so you can't expect too much from 2 dinguses, you know? Heavy wood now coming in from red. You got to get the wood to keep the farms pumping. As 2 stables now come in for red, and 3 scout cavalry in the queue. And there's about to be 3 scout cav on the map for blue, who has quite a bit of food. And red going for the right choice in getting 2 stables instead of blue's 1. For some of you who may not know, when you have 2 military production units, you are able to pump out military units both at the same time. which is an interesting concept and strategy. I don't know if blue has vision on red yet, but they're going to go out with their scouts and just try to find something. A bear, a villager, a deer, anything they can kill, really. And it looks like the military queue has stopped for blue, but they should be able to find red pretty soon. They don't get any vision on red yet. Red coming in here with the blacksmith, so now they also have all the required buildings to go up to Castle Age, and blue's going to come in here and cause some havoc. Are they going to wait for scale barding armor to come in before they attack? No. Fuck it. Don't need it. As red absolutely panics. Red panics, but no, they don't panic. They fight back with the villagers. The villagers walk towards the TC to get more farms. This is high-level stuff. Look at the micro on these players. Red deciding to fight back with villagers instead of the military that they have over here. But the military is busy, and they're going to go find red. So if I click on red's view over here to see what they can see, they did discover a little bit of blue over here. Going to get the attack upgrade and the bloodlines upgrade. As blue's going to cause more pain to these villagers. One kill comes in. Red villagers chase. Hate to see it. Blue comes back in. Tries to get the kill on this villager over here. But red is dealing with a lot. Red is on the move. Red is on the hunt. And, I'm sorry. That's blue that's getting those upgrades for the 3 scouts that they have. Red, no upgrades. And they're going to go in the back and find something to kill. Holy mackerel, look at these quick walls. This is, ladies and germs, this is not a low elo game. This is hero level stuff. Blue should be able to tear down these quick walls, and blue not repairing, but honestly, it's like super hard to click on these quick walls with stuff blocking the view. Blue TC has come to a complete standstill as blue does break in, and they're going to wreak havoc on these villagers, which is really awful. You hate to see that. And that means that blue's going to have to find another way to get up to 200 gold to go up. This blue is causing even more havoc with their scouts. Red fighting back with exactly 1 scout. So that's 3 scouts versus 1. And it looks like blue has kept their scouts on stand ground, which is a very interesting choice, as red is going to come over here and try to break down these walls. And I don't mean that from a romantic song perspective. I mean that literally. They're literally going to try to break down these palisade walls and avoid the TC fire, but blue's not reacting great. And the villager queue for blue is abysmal. And no town bell, no garrisoning, which is okay. The garrison comes in. Love to see it. Red going to run, but also going to cause more damage over here with 2 scouts that are standing here and doing nothing and are going to get killed by villagers, which is really awful. Red now giving chase to the final scout. So it looks like it's going to be Frank scout versus Turk scout. And I think that the Franks are going to be a little bit favored there. Blue going to take a little stroll of the countryside and go look at the random pieces of jewelry lying on the map, the bears, the gold. And blue now taking a bit of the high ground, attacking the red scout. Another mill coming over here for red as the farm scale is popping off. Both players have way too much wood. And it looks like blue's going to get fletching in order to get more range on all the towers they have surrounding their base. For those of you who may not know, it appears that blue has 1 less than 1 tower in their base, so God knows why they decided to buy fletching. If anyone knows why, please leave it in the comments. So now there's a bit of a lull in the game. Everyone rebalancing the eco, but it looks like red is going to be able to get to Castle Age first. They are missing some gold. It looks like they're going to get that gold right now. But they got 15 on food. Are missing some production upgrades at the lumber camp, and nothing wrong with that. That also costs food. And red's going to come back in here and cause some panic. Blue still has a lot of villagers who are garrisoned inside the TC as the villager pump gets going again. And they're going to come in here and cause something to happen. Okay, they're gonna prioritize the mining camp, which is good. Make sure you got to kick off blue over here from gold. Nothing wrong with that. And I'm not sure how they got all this gold back over here. I guess they had to sell something. Yeah, I think they sold off the wood. As red is now getting the production upgrade. Red decides not to finish off the mining camp and go take on some villagers, which is a good choice. Another exposed lumber camp now coming in here from blue, which is also interesting, but they're going to wall it up. So this is some high elo stuff coming in. Blue going to try to tear down this palisade wall. No, they decide not to. Production upgrade now coming in from blue to get some more wood. But red is going to be able to click up pretty soon to Castle Age, but they're going to get the market maybe to buy some of the necessary gold to do that. Economy absolutely popping off over here, with the exception of this little mistakey. And these villagers are going to have a long walk back home to jump off this wood. Red scouts taking a stroll through the French countryside. No, they're coming back to attack, taking a bit of a break there, as they're going to start scaling the stables. This is really interesting stuff coming in from red. I've actually never seen them play this competently before. I wonder if they have someone next to them just telling them how to play this game, perhaps giving some advice. Seems very unlikely, but it's just a kind of a weird, highly competent, highly big brain strategy to go for. So I'm wondering just what they put in their Wheaties this morning, or maybe it was just Wheaties, because we've got some big time Arnold Schwarzenegger energy coming in, as they're even getting scale barding armor to give the scout cav even more armor. So this is really competent stuff. Blue, miles and miles away from Castle Age, as now blue decides they're going to need a barrack to defend up against this army, and pikemen are now going to stream in to defend. Blue getting the attack, not blue, sorry, red getting the attack upgrade, as they're going to avoid the pikes. So big defense coming in here from blue, big defense energy. I think they're going to have to buy up to castle at this point if they want to stay in the game. Still have more villagers garrisoned in the TC. I think that's a good strategy to garrison your villagers in the TC, just to keep some arrows on the ready, just in case these raids come in. Looks like blue and red are now going to take a stroll on the countryside, as HiveTG goes up to Castle Age. 5 knights immediately do not go to jail, but pop out of the queue, out of these 4 stables, and blue is going to click up to castle. They see that red goes up to castle, and they are panicking. They are panicking as no one has panicked ever before. They're going to wall up, or mini wall up, to make sure that they can defend against this knight raid. As we all know, palisade walls are hard counters to knights, and so are pikemen. Red coming back and paying a little visit to blue, attacking the market, which is a really critical resource. And you got to move before the pike come in, because these scouts cannot take on the pikes. Nice reaction there. Red now going to get the vision upgrade at the TC. So let's see what they can see. Yeah, they see everything. Pikes coming in. You got to be on the move. You got to night fight the pikes. So nice little defense coming in here from blue. And now the wheelbarrow upgrade comes in for red. So the economy is going to be absolutely popping off. Blue getting a little vision to see what's going on over here. Sees the 4 stables. So at this point, you got to be thinking, if you know about the 4 stables, staying on pikes is a good choice. You may want to upgrade immediately to pikemen from spearmen as soon as you go into Castle Age. A lot of other problems for blue, but nothing insurmountable, as red is keeping these knights, I was going to say keeping them idle, but now we are on the move, ladies and germs. We are on the move, and we are looking for the big kill, as these knights should be able to shred pretty much everything else in this base. I literally wonder if there's even enough villagers in the TC to take out these knights if they wanted to. Red prioritizing what's important and attacking the blacksmith first, which is an interesting psychological game. Holy Jesus! HiveTG comes in with the laugh, as they are able to now shred these spearmen who are not going to be strong enough. Well, holy mackerel, that was an incredible ending to that game. I was kind of really shocked. And as I see, oh my god, I actually see why HiveTG got the laugh, because blue was desperate to start booming their economy, but the scouts came over here and shut down this TC. So that was really end-to-end incredible stuff. A really interesting strategy coming in from Franks that we've never seen before, just to scale the knights and scouts. Not the best race pick on Arabia to go up against Franks is a really aggressive and fast race, so Blue's going to need to practice this game a little bit more, perhaps on the weekends. Practice something we all could use. And we'll be following HiveTG's career with great interest.